ain't shy, bustin' wide, cause I been that bitch.
What's up?
I ain't shy, busted wide, cause I been that bitch. Bow!
Bow, bow, hey!
Welcome back to the Clapback. It's your girl Camille.
And Carmen.
And we're back at it again with another freaking video.
And audio. Welcome back to the show.
Literally, what is tea, girl?
Yeah, what is the tea? So, first up, we got my homegirl, Nicki Minaj. She wins the 2024 BET Hip Hop Award for Hip Hop Album of the Year, Pink Friday 2. And her tour now ranks among the top 5 highest grossing hip hop tours ever.
Period. I didn't go, but my homegirl went multiple times, right?
So put some respect on my sis. Yes, I went twice.
Mm-hmm.
I love Nicki Minaj. Oh, and I saw her at Jingle Ball.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen my girl 3 times, babes. Okay. And it was like a back-to-back situation.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to my good sis. We love Black excellence, especially when it's women empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to read something, child.
Okay. I'm just glad you didn't experience that uncomfortable scene with the husband when you went. Girl. Girl, just
Instagram having an error. I need to reference something.
Error. Girl, your Instagram sound like it's broke. Cause guys, she was literally just telling me like her messages are not in order. So when you message her, like it could be at the bottom and you just message. That's so crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So she won the beat. So the nominees for the BET Award was 21 Savage,
21.
Glorilla, Drake.
Oh, I don't have one for him. OVO.
Sexy Red.
It's sexy.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Ooh, what's she do? Oh,
and then Ghana.
Oh, he don't have one.
Yeah, he don't. I guess it's only the girls. Oh, well, no, you said 21.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those were the people she was up against. So obviously she was gonna win because I mean Gunna's album was cool, but it's not album of the year worthy. Neither was Drake's. That one was cool. 21 Savage, I only know 2 songs off of that. Glorilla, I like the new project that came out.
That just came out, okay.
Yeah, I like the new project that just came out, but I still just have like maybe 3-4 songs. Sexy Red, that was a flop. I don't know nothing off that. I don't know anything off of that one except for Hey, I Love You. That's it.
You my everything.
Everything else flopped. And then Megan, you know that flop. So yeah, my sis won. And then for the grossing tours, let me read you guys the top people.
Okay.
Because it's a list. So I want y'all to know who she is up there with.
Making a comment on the people, child. You listen on the people. When you said Drake, I looked sideways because I'm like, what did he release?
For the dogs.
Oh yeah, I do have a couple songs, but you know, Camille does not listen to people's albums when they drop. So all those people that you just listed, literally, I only have a couple songs from Nicki's. Well, I got a lot of songs from hers. I got a couple songs from For All the Dogs. 21, my friend and I tried to listen to that when we were coming back from Savannah a couple months ago, and we did not expect it to give what it gave, so we ended up having to turn it off. And then Megan, yeah, I didn't listen to her stuff. I don't think I have anything from her new project. Sexy, I don't have anything from that new project as well. Gunna, I think I have a couple songs from him. Maybe like 1 or 2. But yeah, those were my comments, my input. We're ready for the other people. Thank you.
So the top rap tours, revenue artists. Well, I'm not reading the revenue. I'm just telling y'all the name. So we got Drake at number 1.
Okay.
2nd, Travis Scott. 3, Kendrick Lamar. 4, Nicki Minaj. 5, 50 Cent. 6, Drake. 7, Drake and Future. 8, Kanye West and Jay-Z. 9 Kendrick Lamar, 10 Travis Scott, and then 11 Drake again. So Drake, Kendrick, and Travis, they bring the money. They get paid.
How are they able to be on there multiple times like that?
Because it's different tours.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, how much each tour grossed. It is
Okay, got you.
you know?
So they named the tour that they were on. Got you.
Yeah. I just want them to say their names, but
Okay, gotcha.
yeah, it's different tours or whatever.
Okay.
So congratulations, Nikki. You got, next up, we got after a 6-year hiatus, the Victoria's Secret fashion show returned to New York. And I saw a lot of backlash about the like negative comments about the fashion show. People were saying it looked cheap.
Oh.
They said that all the girls are wearing slick backs when they should be wearing their bombshell hair. And it just seemed like a lot of people were underwhelmed by it. Honestly, I didn't even know that the fashion show was taking place this week. I feel like when it was on, that's when I found out. I was like, oh, people were like, yeah, I'm watching the fashion show. I'm like, oh, when did that come out? They're like, it's now. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking you watching a rerun or something. I had no clue they were having a fashion show. I did know that they were like on a hiatus, which I wanted to do some more research before coming on here, but child, Friday snuck up on you, girl. But when I was in Warner Robins, I was up late and I had the TV on and we were watching E or something. Yeah, we were watching E and they were doing like these like stories, like scandal stories. It was so interesting. Like I need to look that up because I want to watch it from the beginning to the end because it was like the stories were kind of like rolling into each other. It was so good. Basically, and I didn't even know all this was happening. Like they kept that stuff real hush hush. But like apparently with like obviously, you know, Victoria's Secret is an old company, old brand. Of course, they have like some ideals that are probably not viewed as women empowerment or ethical or things like that that goes on because you know now we are in a day and age where everybody has like access to technology, education, and people's point of views and how they feel is just their voices are able to be amplified more than back in the day. And I was talking about that with somebody else too because we were like, man, don't you miss when you couldn't hear what people thought about stuff?
Screaming.
So like all you had was the tabloids, baby. You ain't have everybody, you know, little opinion and comment. So so I thought that was interesting because like back then, you know, they didn't care. They probably had them girls on strict diets, coochie out, booty cheek out, don't care. You have to be blind, you gotta have the blue eyes, you gotta be black, no fat, no cat, no rat. But
it did.
You get what I'm saying here, though.
Yeah.
It was very much like a stereotype. Like this is fashion, this is sexy, and that's it.
Right.
Apparently, you know, there was some red flags going on with the CEO. Then somehow, well, I think Naomi Campbell walked for Victoria's Secret before, right? Maybe.
Ask ChatGPT, you know.
I don't want to put no false info out there, but right now, I'll just, for the sake of time, I'm just say she possibly did. I don't know. But the story ended up rolling into how there was a connection with Jeffrey Epstein, and apparently, like, you know, he was going through models. So apparently, like, the models were going to the island or they were auditioning to be with Victoria's. Like, it was just, they was up in the sex trafficking, child. So that became a whole thing. Then they started talking about how, you know, Rihanna Savage X Fenty came out. And, you know, Rihanna is very, very big on pushing diversity. We love that about her. That's why we support the brands. So she was pushing that and like just gave more sizes. And she was just overall more appealing to the masses. So more people, apparently they lost sales because people started messing with Savage X Fenty. So they started losing money, closing stores, and really going bankrupt. I think they out, if I'm not mistaken, but don't hold me to it, guys. So yeah, all of that stuff was happening. And now fast forward, so all that stuff was going on, and that's why they took the 6-year hiatus. And now fast forward to now, they actually acquired the Savage X Fenty marketing lady, I think. And I think, or she was the CEO, I can't recall, but now she's the CEO at Victoria's Secret. So I think it's interesting that now she's there, but everybody felt like the show was so cheap. She did bring out the diversity, though. They did have all types of different women, ages, sizes, colors. The only thing they was missing was the paraplegic. But besides that, they had the trans up there. They did what they needed to do. They had a 50-year-old woman look damn good. I was like, girl.
Okay.
Who your doctor? What's your regime? Because
who's your doctor?
Because girl, I'm trying to look like that. And she was a white lady too, y'all. So that
what?
Yes,
appalled and shocked.
She looked good.
Okay, period.
Hey.
Got some fact checking for Carmen. So, yes, Naomi Campbell did walk in several Victoria's Secret fashion shows throughout the late 90s and early 2000s.
You know what that mean, y'all?
And Victoria's Secret did not file for bankruptcy, but it has faced a lot of financial challenges in the recent years.
Okay.
So you weren't far off, but you were off.
Yes, misinformation. See, that's why we got to fact check, and that's why this podcast is allegedly entertainment
satire.
Satire. Yeah.
Lord,
okay, and then lastly, we got Erica Mena and Safari with their nonsense. Child, I don't know what to say about them.
Girl, it's just too much. And you guys can't see our outline, but I put the child's face as the icon because she then had that baby on the internet talking, Brittany. Oh,
that's 2 kids.
Yeah. Don't do that. I meant to say Camille. Camille does not listen to the videos. She just saves them, looks at the comments, and keeps it pushing. So I don't know what that little girl was saying, but apparently she was talking about how the dad has abused the kids or some crap like that. That's what the comments were saying. So I just went to the comments and was looking, and everybody was just like, this is just too much. Like, they need to keep all of this off the internet. And yeah, somebody said at this point, those kids need to be away from both of them until they get the help they need. And then somebody was saying this is coaching. So they feel like Erica was, lying and telling the little girl to say certain things. I don't know how she sounded in the video, but apparently it sounded like she was being told what to say and trying to drag things out of her. Somebody said, Erica, honey, it's you. You're the effing problem. I'm convinced. Girl, if he treats the kids, why? I guess she meant if he treats the kids like this, why are you begging for him to take them more? Oh, I guess she...
Right, because she posted about the custody, how I guess he only seen him 16 times out of the year.
Oh.
But they both posted videos of the kids saying something about the other parent. And I just think they're both clowns. And I don't feel sorry for Erica Mena. Like I've been said, when I think we reported on them one time before on the podcast many moons ago. I do not care about someone who was trying to come against my sis, Nicki Minaj, about her ex-boo. You sitting there begging to be with that man and parading him around, backing his lies and BS. Just to fast forward here to where you miserable, don't want that man, boo crying about that man, grabbing a ladder to jump over his mama and them house fence, like just nonsense. And then to him to be buying a ticket to Gag City. Like, y'all are fans. Next.
All right, so let's get into the 411. So we have the former One Direction group member Liam Payne passing away at the age of 31 after falling from the 3rd floor of a hotel in Argentina. Now, I am not laughing. Rest in peace to that man. We don't know what happened, but of course, these people are out here with their conspiracies and they're conspiring and all this stuff like that. Yep. Now, I do not understand why our community, and what I mean by our community, is the coloreds, Black people. I don't understand why everything is a joke and why everything just has to be funny. But I did see a tweet from Liam in 2011.
I think I know what you're talking about.
He said, this was tweeted on March 25th, 2011. He said, I am so clumsy. Why did somebody quote it and say, we know? I am so sorry. You know, let me stop, because we have never done anything like this with the laughing when I report on people passing away. So I am so sorry, Liam. I was not a One Direction girly. So my mom was like, oh my gosh, Brittany. And I was like, girl, I don't even know who that is.
What? That is crazy to me. Like, so many people are like, I don't know about them. I don't know. I was a One Direction girl, but I've always been like diverse in my music. So like I always was listening to all types of music. So I liked them, and there was a boy group. Like, it was very much cute. And I think they on one of those shows. I know Simon put them together, so they might have been on like the British X Factor or something. I don't know, but I like One Direction. I love Zayn. He's so fine. I don't care what narratives they try to put out about him. I love that man.
I don't even know who that is.
That's Gigi Hadid, baby daddy.
They're not together? Zayn, what's his last name?
Apparently he's abusive. I don't believe that.
But you love him.
Like I said, I don't believe that.
What's his name?
Zayn.
Malik. The last name.
What you just said.
Malik. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh.
Anywho, but yeah, I think she was just putting those claims out there because she didn't want to be painted as a baby mama.
Oh, well, she is a baby mama. He looks good in this picture. Sorry, audio listeners, if you
he is fine. Y'all should be aware of who that man is. If not, shame on you.
Piriana. Okay, well, shout out to Zayn and rest in peace to Liam. They think drugs might have been involved. I don't know. You know, the reports are.
It's too many. Like, I had the conspiracy cap on because it's too many discrepancies. First of all, they posted that somebody posted one page and posted this 17 hours before it was reported. And people talking about his Snapchat, how he was posting an hour before the news broke out. People was like, this snap is old. And then there was like a picture of him and his girlfriend. But now I'm hearing him and his girlfriend or fiance broke up, and he done told her she needed to have an abortion, and I like the stories are crazy. So I'm like, something ain't adding up.
Yeah, something
really went down.
Yeah, I'm confused, but I saw somebody either tweet or comment on Instagram and was like, every time someone falls from something, it's just questionable. So who knows? Yeah, who knows when we'll get what actually happened, or if we'll get what actually happened. But sorry to your loss, to your family, your friends, One Direction fans. Then we have the Super Bowl 62 will be in Atlanta in 2028. Start saving now if you're gonna be in the city trying to go. I'm trying to go. Now, granted, yes, I don't know anything about football. I just know touchdown, and I know when they kick the thing and they get 1 point, I think, or is it 3 points? When after they get a touchdown, don't they get to like kick something in the goal? The football in the goal, and they get another point?
The field goal, yeah.
Okay. I only know those two things, but hopefully I will learn a little more by the time of the Super Bowl, but not really because I don't like football. So we'll see, but I'm just gonna be there for the looks and for the performance. Now, if the performance is not gonna be someone that I want to see, then I ain't gonna go. But
we hosted the Super Bowl before. Why everybody act like this the first time we had the Super Bowl?
Because we're grown now. We can
actually in college.
Oh, I don't recall.
Grown men.
I don't recall. Did we have money in college to pay for the Super Bowl? No.
Well, I have no interest in going to a Super Bowl. I really don't. Unless I'm going for free or I know somebody and it's going to be a perk, I ain't trying to go. Or unless it's a nice talent, like you said, the halftime, then yeah. But if no, Kendrick Lamar doing this one. I'm saying it's going to be Kendrick Lamar. So
oh, girl, I would have been like, oh, I'm not going to that.
So we'll see who is the act, but I don't know. I never really had an interest to go to the Super Bowl.
Me either, but since it's in my biddy, I want to go. Anywho, that's it for the 411. Now onto the, well, this is not the favorite part, but onto the next mother effing, what is this segment?
Yes.
Messiest mother effer. So we have Gucci Mane for announcing his decision to release almost all his artists from his 1017 label, stating he's looking for new talent.
This is new?
Yes, it just got dropped. I just freaking saw it.
Really? I feel like I heard this like a month ago.
Girl, I literally just saved it today. Or did I go on the page and see? I didn't save it. I went on the page and saw it.
Maybe he did another video. But I remember him seeking
5 hours ago.
I remember him seeking new talent not too long ago because they were dragging him on Twitter about it.
Child, yeah. The people in the comments was like, oh, his label like Lake Lanier, and they were just saying this death row and all this stuff. I was like, dang.
Literally the same thing they were saying. That's why I'm like, is this new?
They literally just posted it 5 hours ago. I should go with my first instinct then, because I was gonna honorary mention Alexis Sky for being a dummy, talking about how she gonna go vote for Trump because of the stimulus check. Everybody's like, that stimulus check got a lot of y'all in a chokehold. I feel like a lot of y'all ain't never seen no money before, because why the F are you gonna vote for this man because of the stimmy? Then they made a point and said Nancy Pelosi was the one who even signed for y'all to get the stimulus, and y'all dummies talking about y'all gonna go vote for Trump.
No, yeah. We should have went that one. But no, I think that's funny because no, girl, you fine. Because we talking about it now. But I saw some comments about that, and they were like, now get to asking her about his policies and what she stands behind in his policies, and I bet you the hamster wheel in her brain stop
screaming. Somebody even made a point and was like, he like makes fun of disabled people, and she got a whole disabled child. Make it make sense.
He's disabled.
Yeah, something is not right. He isn't orange.
Yeah, he cannot be right in the head. So, I mean, he just said something the other day that said, Black and Hispanics who vote for Kamala, you need to get your head checked. I'm like, what?
He's crazy. And he literally says anything.
That's my thing. He just says whatever, like willy-nilly. This country already was a joke, but he just makes it seem even more like a joke. Like, girl, at this point, throw the man away. I'm tired of talking about him. I'm tired of dealing with him. I'm ready for November, whatever, 5th, 6th, 8th, whatever. I'm ready for it to roll around, announce who the president is, and let's move on. Gosh.
Yeah.
Biden just became president. I'm like, we back voting again?
Yeah, I literally felt the same way because I went to go vote today, and I was like, I feel like I literally just did this the other day. Like, dang, it's been 4 years already.
It flew by.
Yeah.
Probably because of pandemic and stuff.
Obviously. Oh, yeah, we were locked up for a majority of the time of his presidency.
I was locked up. Atlanta was outside. That's why they got all them people, them transplants.
Transplants, question mark? What you talking about?
Like new people that moved to the city. Like people from
New York. Oh, not transplants. That's not what they call.
That's what they call. Well, that's at least in Charlotte. They'd be like, Charlotte's a transplant city. Like people come from other places.
Oh, that's weird. Another honorary mention for a messy person. If you have not or do not plan to go vote, go do that because you're messy if you don't vote.
Oh, child. Speaking of that, did y'all know that was public information now?
What?
You can look up somebody and see how often they vote. I don't know if it tells you where they vote, but like I started getting the ad today. I was watching YouTube and it was like, starting November, blah, 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 you're going to be able to see how often somebody votes and if they registered to vote and like putting their business on Front Street type stuff. And I was like, oh, when this go into account? Like, what? Go into effect? Like, who signed off on this and why is this becoming a thing? Some people I know finna get beat up. Yeah, because why somebody I know said they have never voted.
Oh.
Like, ever. ever.
Okay.
So that's crazy. And then today I got a text that said, it appears someone at my full home address did not vote yet.
Was it you, girl?
Are you being serious right
now? I mean, yeah. Don't tell y'all
live there. Not, baby, I'm not registered to vote in Charlotte.
Oh, girl, I'm thinking you're talking about here. They were talking about.
I voted in Georgia, and that was the whole premise of me staying.
I go. Yeah. I live in my own world.
Yeah, just zip it up. Anywho, yeah. So
you've been doing me like this all week, guys.
Because Brittany, Camille, you're not paying attention.
Girl, how am I supposed to remember?
I just posted my voting thing on Tuesday.
It's Friday.
You should know.
Remember what I ate on Monday.
You should know. Oh yeah, Carmen voted.
She yelling at me, guys.
Yes, she is. This time I'm not denying it. But yeah, I say that to say that was creepy. I'm like, ooh, because yes, one person has not voted at that address.
They better get on it. Maybe. I feel like I've received a message like that before.
It's creepy.
But I can't remember what it was for. But I've received
address.
Huh?
Why they send my whole address?
Girl, yeah, that's crazy. I don't think they sent the address, but I know they said someone at da-da-da-da. Well, not da-da-da-da, but someone at the address has not yet da-da-da-da. And I was just like, ooh, interesting.
All right, let's get to the topic for the week.
What is the topic?
Yes, we're going to continue on with just, growing up and being mature. And we want to discuss who to allow into your space. Like, how do you go about deciding who you want to let in, be around you, maybe some questions you want to ask, or just like how you go about those things. So to kick it off, I know when we're going about having someone, join our circle or be our friend, you want to make sure you're in alignment. Like, obviously, we can't have a friendship if we don't have the same. Not to say like if we don't have the same views, because obviously like not everybody's the same, and we're not gonna have like the same viewpoints on everything. But I feel like the core values should be about similar. So I feel like what are the values that the person brings? Like, do their core values align with yours, or do they promote negativity, drama, or unhealthy patterns? So I think that's an important thing to look at. Like, maybe you with the drama and you trying to get the tea. I know I like me some tea here and there, so I don't mind that. I don't want no drama like you always in a fight or you always falling out with people. Now that, like, I'm okay with. I don't want to be like, okay, I like gossiping, but
she like the gossip.
A little gossip is cute. But I don't like, oh yeah, I'm beefing with da-da-da, like it's on site, and very much crash out energy, very much low vibrational. I watch it on TV. I watch it on Now That's TV or on Zeus all day long. But I don't want that in my actual life. No.
Y'all, before we start recording, she just told me I be beefing with everybody. And I denied the allegations because that is not true. But the fact that she's saying that now, I'm like,
that's why I don't talk to her. I'm just playing.
Look, new co-host needed, guys. Let me know. Well, we'll have a Google
back
form.
On that BS again.
We'll have a Google form. But yeah. So how do you I'm sorry, going off topic, but not really. How do we go about making like new friends and stuff as adults?
Oh, I don't know. It's hard. I'm going through that right now. I was having a whole breakdown like 2 weeks ago because I was just like, oh my goodness, like, was this, like, I feel like it's one of those thoughts that come when you move someplace, like, did I make the right decision? I'm sure most people probably have these thoughts early on, but you're just like, oh my gosh, like, did I make the right decision? Like, I don't know anyone. And it's kind of like, now I do feel like, I guess, the hardships of like working from home, because it's like I'm always at home. And
Yeah.
it's not like I have co-workers to like
Go hang out.
Yeah, like take me out someplace and then I meet someone while I'm out with them, or just things like that. So that's a little difficult, but I am thankful, like, to myself, that I'm just one of those people that's like, I try not to stay down in the dumps forever. Like we discussed before, like if you adopt that negative mentality, you'll just stay in the negative. So yeah, I'll have my little pity party for a second, but then I'm gonna, get myself together. So immediately after I was having these dark thoughts and feeling like I was going on a spiral, I was just like, okay, well, Carmen, how are you going to stop this? Like, how are you going to meet people? Go out, or like, go out more. Cause obviously I go out, like I go for my little park walks. I am on a swim team. I was a part of like burn boot camp, and like I go to run club and stuff, but it's like, okay, well, maybe we need to start like chatting to more people. Obviously I swim, I talk to people, but they're like in a different demographic than me. So it's kind of difficult to do that. Yeah. I mean, like we cool, but we not doing the same stuff. So that's kind of difficult. And then like obviously walking at the park, I guess that's more like a autonomous thing, like solo thing. So it's kind of like nobody's not gonna come up and talk. I would, but I got my headphones on. I'm walking. Ain't nobody gonna be like, lady, So, but yeah, it's just one of those things. Like tonight, I'm gonna try to go to this event by myself and.
Oh, it's by yourself.
Hopefully be social.
Oh, okay. I did not know you were going by yourself.
Well, I was not supposed to be, but now I am.
Oh, dang. Well, prayers to you, my girl. Because I know it can be. No, seriously.
Like, we just was talking about this before we started recording.
But I did not hear you were going by yourself. I thought you said someone else was going with you, not the person that we were talking about.
Well, the gentleman will be there, but he know everybody. So I'm probably going to be by myself. And then he on the way there now, or he there now.
Oh, so y'all weren't going together. Okay. See, that was not explained to me. I'm glad you did not yell at me this
Okay, I got you.
Thank you. Anywho, I can see what you're saying. Like me personally, I work in an environment where I work with a lot of people that are older than me. Like, I'm the youngest person at my job right now. There are people like ranging in their 30s on up and stuff like that. But me personally, I don't necessarily like to like hang out with people that I work with outside of work. Like I did that with the last job I had, the dentist office. I was hanging out with my coworkers and stuff like outside of work. They would invite us to different things like their husband's birthdays and stuff like that. But granted, I was the youngest person yet again. Like these people in their 40s and 50s, and I'm going to their husband's birthday dinner. Like, what the freak. But I definitely don't know how to make friends as an adult or new friends as an adult. I have a client that she's struggling with that at the moment because she's like, I only have 2 friends, and like, how do I go about making new friends and da 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 da. But I feel like she tries to make friends at work, and I want to tell her so bad, like, girl, stop. Like the customers that come in your job are not your friends. Like you do not have to talk to them and tell them your whole business every time they come. Yeah, like she be venting to the customers that come in, and I just be like, girl, she'll be like, oh, I just had a trauma dump with one of my customers, and I'm like, people trying to come in, put 20 on pump 10, get a little snack, and you talking about you trauma dumping with the people. Like,
be quiet. I'm thinking maybe it's like a lash appointment or
no, ma'am. Gas station, work at the gas station, and the people come in, and she'll be like, oh yeah, one of my regulars came in, and literally, and I see him, and she'll be like, oh, they said hey to me and asked me how I was, and we just started talking. We were talking for like 20-30 minutes, and I'm like,
what?
Yeah, yes, girl. Like,
wow.
I think one time she told me she was talking to someone for like 45 to an hour. And I was just like, ow! I literally just came in to get some gas and get a snack. And we standing here talking for 45 minutes.
45 minutes is crazy.
And I feel like she's like a really trusting person, because why would you sit there and tell strangers your whole business?
Maybe she's like,
And it doesn't get you anywhere, because it's not like these people are trying to hang out with you after. They probably looking at her like, oh, you got a lot going on. Next time I come in, I'm gonna make sure like I'm talking on the phone or something. But I mean, it has worked for her before. She has like gone out with one of the customers, like one or two of the customers, and like she's gone out with like a coworker or something before, but it doesn't seem like it's a continuous thing. So they must not was effing with it. I don't know. But I'm sorry to have gotten us off the topic of the
I think that was applicable.
Okay. But yeah, making friends as an adult, I don't think that I've made a new friend since I've left college. Like, of course, my line sisters after college, but other than that, like, not anyone outside of that scope. So I don't know. And me personally, I don't go anywhere unless I'm invited out, or like if I do want to go somewhere and say something to someone and we end up going out like to eat or or going to a party or something. It's like I'm already going with people I know. So why would I make friends with people I don't know? I don't know. But I learned this from Carmen actually. Like when I meet new people and it's a vibe or whatever, like, oh, you were cool to talk to, whatever, I'll get their Instagram. I'll ask them like, oh, do you have Instagram? And I'll follow them on that or whatever. But it's not like we're like making a friendship or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, go ahead.
You go.
I was going to make a point to the topic as well, like who to allow in your space, and shift it more towards, well, not shifting the conversation, but just my statement towards dating. I'm trying to figure that out as well. Like, who do you allow into your space? Like,
yeah,
I'm in this space right now. It's like, I want to deal with people, but I don't want to deal with people at the same time. So it's just, kind of weird, but
I felt that dating is so hard. That's harder to me. Cause I'm just in the mindset like, okay, like once you hear, I'm expecting you to like be here. So it's like everything needs to match up. Yeah. I mean, of course, nobody's gonna meet everything, but it's just like I need majority to match up, and whatever the little flaw is, it needs to be minimal.
What's minimal?
I'll leave that at.
What's minimal? What would you give us an example of what would be minimal for you to deal with?
Minimal flaw. Maybe he's messy. Maybe he has trouble with just the organization. Like,
okay,
his mind might be all over the place, a little scatterbrained kind of. Like,
okay,
that's minimal to me. Anger issue, or like dwelling on stuff, or what's something else that's kind of like major that I'm like, oh, whoa.
I
don't know. It just depends. Like certain stuff they say, you can kind of pick up on it. Like when you're talking to people and like certain things they say, you be like, whoa.
Yeah, you're crazy. Something's wrong.
Like, ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, okay, got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you feel like people that you're trying to allow in your space reciprocate effort and energy?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be in the space, like I have to be, if I'm messing with you, you messing with me, like, and you can feel that energy bouncing off one another, like it's vice versa, like everything kind of goes like natural. But if there's, hiccups, or we just can't get aligned, and things just aren't working out, then it is what it is. Like, it's not gonna work out. You're not in my space.
Yeah, I feel that.
Denied.
Yeah, I've been shifting it back to dating for me. I've been working on that because I feel as though I was allowing people to put in minimal effort into like the quote unquote situationships that I've been in and stuff. And it just wasn't beneficial for me, because where have I ended up? Single, alone, whatever. And I recently pointed that out to this guy that I was texting, because we're not even gonna say we was talking, we was texting a couple months ago. And I could feel when the energy shifted. And it was one of those situations where it was like, oh, he been wanting me for a long time. Ladies, you know how it is when someone wants you for a minute and you finally give them a chance and they don't know what to do with it, okay? So I gave him a chance and things were cool, like, you know, telling you everything that you want to hear and da 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 da. And then it gets to a certain point and it's like, okay, he's not doing this anymore. And okay, like that was weird, you know? So I've been working on my communication skills because I tend to not really speak up in certain situations. So I brought it up and was like, hey, is this not something that you're like interested in anymore? Because like this is how I feel and this is what has been taking place and da da da. Oh no, that's not how I feel. Da 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 da. So I'm like, okay, but then you were still acting weird. And then you can notice like when he tried to like shift a little bit and act like he was trying to like change or like go back to the way that he was. And then it's like, okay. Then he started acting weird again. And I was like, I'm gonna say something again. So I said something again. It was, are you sure? Like, you can let me know, like, this is not something that you into because the effort is not there anymore and the energy has just shifted and I'm just side-eyeing you. And then again, denied. And I said, okay. Then a couple days after that conversation, the man disappeared. Never heard. Well, actually, I did hear from him again because he texted me and told me that his daddy did not have COVID. And I said, that's great. And that was the last time we spoke. I think that was in July or August. It was before I went to London and stuff. So it was like early August, late July. But the point of the story is stop lying if you don't feel the need to reciprocate energy or effort with people. And ladies or men, if you're in the situation, speak up on what it is that you feel is going on. If you feel there's a shift, say something.
Well, I feel like yes, you should say something, but also maybe just go ahead and be empowered to just cut it off. Well, also this is coming from the ghoster.
Yeah, I was about to say we have to vocalize, ma'am.
This is coming from the ghoster. Like if I'm feeling like okay, like one thing I'm not gonna do. I was gonna say one thing I'm not gonna do is be thirsty, but I did have a little moment where I was a little thirsty.
Oh, look at her being honest.
But I'm not gonna do that. Like, no, because at the end of the day, like this is like me. I'm baby the show still. Where is Party Next Door? Because baby, this is my show.
We have to do better about communicating. Because I'm a ghoster as well. And that was my first time being ghosted. I said, what the F is this?
You ain't let me land my point, girl.
Oh, so, I thought the point was landed.
No, you good. But like, yeah, like honestly, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, yeah. Once I support asking the one time. Emphasis on that. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, what's going on? Like, yeah, I see, especially if I give a care. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, what's happening here? Why the energy off? The vibe is different. I'm not dumb. What's happening? Right. In my instance, when I rose that question, my person was honest and was like, well, I've been busy, da da da. However, they were like, I'm going to try to make it work. Like, I don't want to mess this up type thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fair. But since I already been through the mishap and I rose the question and, you answered, all we could do now is try to go forward and do better. So when we're moving forward and you're not doing better and I'm still seeing the behavior that I rose to you, I'm out of there. Mm-hmm. Because, baby, I already told you what the issue is. The issue is not being solved, and it's not being solved. You're still not giving me the energy that I'm giving back to you. So I shouldn't have to tell you a damn thing. Like, baby, bye. I'm not texting your ass today. And that is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
One dude, he got the freaking hint. I ain't text that boy back.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't heard from him. He liked my story the other day. Neither one of us reached out. Because you know where you lie. You know where it is. It ain't gonna work, boo. It ain't gonna work.
I wonder who that is. But yeah, I feel you. That I feel like that was my first time, I think, like vocalizing to someone in like the talking stage or whatever that was. The texting stage. That's what we're gonna call it. The texting stage. Because I am typically the ghoster, or I will start doing things to make you stop liking me, so like you could cut me off type thing, because I don't want to do it. But yeah, I'm typically a one and done type of girl, but I definitely asked twice. Second time for reassurance, because I'm like, I know I'm not tripping. I know this man acting weird. Like, and the thing that pissed me off was, you're not even my type. I was trying to like tell myself, like, yeah, girl, like he cute. Side eye. Yeah, girl, like you can do this. Like, I was trying to convince myself to be in the situation. And it's like, that's how you gonna do me when I was sitting there having a self-talk with myself every time? Please. But child, I think he just skedaddled because I wouldn't give him no cootie cat. And guess what? You still ain't never gonna get it, weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to turn this into that.
It's okay. And like kind of going back to like friendships and things, I feel that way too. Cause like with my friends that's around, like we all have the same energy. That's why we friends, because it's like we understand each other. Like we're busy. We all know we're not talking every day. We just don't have the capacity to do so. It's just so busy. So it's just like, I like that with my friendships. It's kind of like understood. Like when we talk, yeah, we've been to talk, because it's like we got things to discuss, and it's like we are laying it out, baby. This is a full catch up session,
and I like that.
I like that too.
I like the catch ups,
and I don't like that. I don't like when like there's no pressure on it. You know, like obviously, if my friends need me, definitely. If there's something groundbreaking happening and they need somebody, oh, without a doubt, pick up the phone call, and of course, if it's like something like whatever they told me may be troublesome and like prolongs, then in that type of scenario, yes, I'm probably going to be like calling more. We're going to try to like just be more frequent with checking in because something happened. But like when we back to normalcy, it's back to, you know, we just check in when we check in. It could be once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month. It just all depends on that friendship. And I like that, you know, when we do though, it's like it's still all love. Like everybody has the same energy to one another. It's like the vibe is just reciprocated. There's no one is doing more than the other. And I mean, and if someone is doing more, the other person is going to reflect that. You know, like if I have someone who's like constantly calling me and wanting to talk, and it's a friend, yeah, I am in meetings and stuff all day, but it's like I'm gonna get back to them. Like I'll call them back when I find the time. Like and plus you can always text me, but like I'm gonna respond and be like, oh, hold up, I'm in a meeting or whatever. What?
I said she don't respond.
It depends what the message is. How I'm gonna respond to a KK?
Not saying that. I text her, she don't text me back to the next day. Guess I'm not one of the people that's on the roster.
Well, okay, I have been real bad with that. No, I've been real bad with that. And I don't know what's going on in my brain. It's like I see it because my phone don't do not disturb. So it's like when I go to the notification center, I see it, and I'm telling myself, okay, I want to respond to this, but I want to respond to this when I can sit down and put effort into my message back. But if I'm in a place, because 9 times out of 10, I'm probably doing something. And then it's like, oh my gosh, I can't respond right now because either I accidentally open it and then I don't get back to it because I'm doing something. And then I feel even worse because it's on red and I forget about it. Or it sits in the queue until I have the time to sit down. And sometimes, yes, it is the next damn day. I might fall asleep.
I am not priority, guys. You would think.
You're not alone. If that make you feel better.
Okay.
I ain't text Courtney back for 2 days.
Okay. And when I don't text you back, stop notifying me anyways.
I don't think I do that. The only time I notify anyway is when I need you to get up on me. Anything else, I'll be like, okay, she'll see it when she see it, you know.
You don't have to notify me anyways. I'm good with responding. I really don't like when people do that.
Me neither. I had a message.
But she stay doing it to me.
Hold up. Because I messaged you one time about getting on the link, and it was, oh, I didn't even see you texting me. Yeah, what is it?
Girl, and guess what? It was probably the most that it sat there was probably 5 minutes. Because I'm
that at?
Girl, please find it.
Mm-hmm.
Please find it. Because y'all know she like to lie, child.
This ain't no lie.
Y'all know she like to lie.
She said, oh my gosh, I didn't see this.
Yeah. We gonna see.
Yeah, well, continue.
She find it. Because she do not respond to me, guys. But anywho, I feel you on that because I have my designated days to talk to specific people. And then like my friends are not needy. None of them are. So I mean, we rock out when we rock out. Like I don't call people as often as I feel like I should. I feel like I call like the same people all the time. But like some of my friends, I haven't seen them in a minute. And some of them live out of state and stuff like that. So it's just like, we talk when we talk. And it's always a good time when we talk. But I don't know. I feel like all my friendships are reciprocated, quote unquote. Sometimes I be feeling like they're not.
Really? Have you vocalized that?
No. It's just when I'm like feeling a type of way or like going through something, it's like, dang, why can't people ever be there for me?
Well, do you tell them you going through something? Or you feel like they should just already call and know? Because see, I was like in a situation like that, I do think about that. And I'm like, I would hope none of my friends going through something and I have no clue about it and they don't feel supported. I would like, and maybe it's selfish, but it's like if we're talking and then maybe something happens or like you feeling down in the dumps, like sometimes people do text me and they're like, I am going through it. Like, I'm just not good. And then I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? Like, let's talk, let's filter it out. Like, I feel like sometimes you text me and be like, this happened. And I'm like, oh, wait, what's going on with that? Or like, what happened?
I don't know. To keep it like on a light note, like when I wanted to go to the Kehlani concert, like why the F didn't nobody go? Or, say like, girl, I know you really like KK, like when we get in tickets or whatever. Like I had told specific people like Kehlani's coming, I want to go. And then when the time came, it's like, okay, there were 2 specific people. I'm not going to call y'all out, but there were 2 specific people that were supposed to go with me. There were supposed to be options to go with me. And to this day, Kehlani has come and gone and still ain't heard nothing.
Kehlani
She has come and gone. And the one friend, we shook on it when we went to KBBQ. She said the next time that KK comes, like, she's gonna go with me because this is the second time that KK has come and she did not go with me. Now, the first time I went with, some of my other friends, but she was still supposed to be there, wasted her money on her ticket and did not go. And now this time I didn't have, those people to go with, or I didn't have anybody to go with. And where my friends at? Like, and then I posted it on my close friends about how I wanted to go and my friends were being crappy. And I don't even think anyone responded. So nasty and so rude. So yeah, that's my LTE moment. Like, just keeping it light. But why couldn't anyone support me in that moment?
Well, from my perspective, I would say, one, you ain't missed nothing. Because she had to put out another album right after that. So don't feel like you missed anything. And then
No
two,
slander. I do not slander Miss Minaj. So no Kaylani slander.
last week she was on the docket for slander. Please.
No,
And
her
I still
husband was.
reported it.
Her husband was.
No,
not
I
her.
still reported it.
Her husband was.
Anywho, but also, so you feel like you have expectations for your friends and they don't live up to the expectations?
They dropped the ball on that KK thing. Now, like, I just feel like there have been other moments where, like, I've said something and I don't understand, like, people don't be there for me sometimes. And it's like, I drop everything for everyone type thing. And I don't feel like I get that back. It does hurt my feelings, but I'm a big dog, so I'm gonna keep it pushing. But like, I've just noticed it like a couple of times. Like, I drop everything. Like, I'm always there for people when they need me to be. I always try to fit certain things into like my life for other people, and I don't feel like they do the same for me.
No, I definitely feel that because I'm kind of the same way, but like if I can, of course, I'm going to, because it's like, okay, well, I do have the means to do so, and I hold you at a high regard, so I'm going to do what I can to fulfill whatever it is that you may need, because I will hope when the shoe is flipped, you do the same for me. And then people, they don't do it, and it sucks. And, sometimes you be like, well, next time I'm not going to do this, because I know I had a situation kind of similar, and I was like, well, the next time I'm not going to be there. And I'm sorry, that's still so bad.
There though.
But that's so bad because I was like, I'm not gonna be there this time because they weren't there for me in my time. And I vocalized about it, like, okay, I feel like you're not there for me. And so I did make them go through the rough waters. That had to be, it was tough, but I was like, look, because I mean, quite naturally is who I am. Like, I'm gonna do it. So it was tough because I was like, I can't, because I'm trying to teach a lesson.
Okay, mama.
But sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it's like, look, this time I'm not gonna have to be there for you because you take me for granted. And that's exactly what that is. But hopefully when you express to your people about how you feel and like how you do have like an expectation for them, hopefully they can get right and at least attempt to do better or communicate more about why they're coming up short.
Yeah. Let's see. I know there was one that you really did want to. Oh, just quick one too.
No.
Okay then.
We is out of time. I'm looking at this like, how am I finna get ready?
You gonna get ready. You gonna do your quick one too.
I don't think I'm gonna do makeup now.
Oh. Well, we support bare faces in multiple spaces. Because, last time she done came on here talking about, I was told I need to put makeup on. Da, 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 da. So we support bare faces in multiple spaces.
Why am I not remembering this?
When we were talking about texturism and colorism, and you were going on a date, and you were asked if you were going to put on a wig and do makeup and all that. So, you wear your bare face, you beautiful.
That day was crazy.
I don't remember who you were going out with.
Or bare face.
Huh?
They ain't want me in my afro or bare face. That's crazy.
Literally, from me, I was just asking a question just to ask a question. This girl that says she experienced texturism and colorism because of that. Okay. I was literally just asking a question. Ooh. She's nuts. Okay. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs is her. Okay.
Anywho, who is you clapping back at? Now I got texted in my there.
I'm at my house. Okay, so was kind of gonna keep it cutesy today, but this is the third Friday in the month. So y'all know I went to the old people place today to give out the food boxes. And why did one of the people Oh, so I'm clapping back at this lady. Oh, I have to. I'm clapping back at this lady because why the F? And it's the same lady, not the same lady that tried to sign for the dead person, but this lady told me last time, oh yeah, they let me get a box for somebody when you wasn't here. So she came to sign for her box with her neighbor. Her neighbor came and signed for her box previously. She got her box, she brought it to her house. So they were helping her put her box on her neighbor's wagon or whatever. And they get a box of food and then they get cheese. So they put the cheese in the box first, in the wagon first, and then put the box on top or whatever. And they, skedaddle. So then she comes in shortly after saying she didn't get her cheese. Now, at that time, I was trying to check somebody else in or have someone else sign. So I'm like, oh, okay, like whatever. But then I start thinking about it. I'm like, I remember the lady saying, like, we're going to put the cheese in first. So as she's walking out the door with the cheese that she picked up, I'm like, oh, I remember you did get your cheese. That lady kept walking. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
The lady kept walking. But then, dumb criminal, because she comes back and she takes a seat and starts talking to everybody that's, coming in and all this stuff. So she comes in and I know she heard me, because when she came in, she started telling me, oh, that was such and such's cheese. She didn't get one. So I went ahead and gave it to her. So everything's good now. I said, oh, okay. Because I do remember you getting a cheese. So why? The lady that I was working with, she's looking, she's counting. She said, we have a box, but we don't have cheese. I said, it was that lady right there. I know it was her. She took that cheese and she came back and lied and said she gave it to somebody who didn't get no cheese. So she was doing her big one. She went to that lady's house and was like,
the coworker?
Yes, she went to the lady's apartment because like it's a like senior living apartment place. So she went and knocked on her door and was like, give us the cheese back. And she said that the lady didn't even argue with her. And that's how you know you was wrong, because you didn't even argue back. You knew you was wrong. And then go say, oh, I don't even use the cheese anyway. So why did you have to have one? And why did you steal another one?
Is it safe for y'all to be on the mission to knock at people's doors?
I don't get up. I just sign people in and out. I do not get up. I do not try to lift them boxes up. I sit pretty. No. Homegirl, she be on some other stuff. Like when the people not coming down to get their box, she'll call them. I'm not calling nobody for my
goodness.
She was knocking door to door today. She was like, what's the apartment numbers? I'm going to see who need to come get their box. Like, I'm going
to get her steps in, okay?
She was like, oh no, we've been here too long. What's the numbers that's on this floor so I can go knock? And she went and knocked on 5 doors because we had 5 boxes left. And not one of them answered the door. So then she came back. She started calling the people on the list, and they started coming down to get their box so we could leave. And I was like, this is the longest I've been here since I've been doing this. Like, we were there till like 11 something.
Y'all can't just take them boxes. They ain't want them.
No. So I told the lady that's like over it. I told her like we were waiting on 5 people to come today. So I said, she was telling me they go to another place. I know that they go to another place that's kind of a little further up the road. That place, they're always running out of boxes. So she was like, I can start taking a little more to that place so that you guys aren't sitting there waiting. Good. So we get 30 boxes and the other place gets 60 boxes. So the fact that they get 60 and they run out, like the people be standing outside waiting for them when they come type thing. So I was like, yeah, you can get this. So anywho, that was that. Clapping back at her because why you stood at cheese and why you lie? You are too old to be doing that. Then the next person I'm clapping back at,
get started with my makeup on.
I'm sorry. This man at Publix. Because why? I was already pissed off that I had to be there because chicken wasn't ready. And then I was in the line trying to get some seafood boil at the the back of the seafood. And this man comes and I took a picture. There was so much aisle. You see all this space, all this aisle space.
Okay.
He comes and bumps into me. First of all, there was a line of people, and you choose me to come bump into.
I'm dead.
You was musty, and you was looking a little homeless. His foot was dragging, and I'm like, why would you do that? So I'm clapping back at him because why would you do that? Pissing me off. But anywho, girl, who you clapping back at?
Okay.
Now we in the bathroom.
I need to start getting ready, and you
Girl,
play.
this is ghetto. Hurry up.
This ain't ghetto. This is girl time.
Oh, okay.
I'm clapping back at the TikTok shop because y'all can sleep on TikTok shop. I'm about to keep their lights on, baby.
I see.
Because they are running deals up and through there. Like at first, when my friends and like cousins and people would be talking about TikTok shop, I'm like, is that trustworthy? And let me know how it is. I'm unsure, but I know it's China, and I don't order enough stuff from China, Jail. The Alibaba.
Everything is made in China, baby.
The Temu, the Shein. Baby, what they do up in China? This a communist, like, baby, ready for war. So, okay, pull up with the blicky.
Okay.
So I'm clapping back at them because thank you so much for running them deals, slinging out my new standing desk and walking pad. I'm so excited. Hush. I'm excited because I've been wanting to switch up my office space for like a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna turn my desk that I have now into like a vanity type situation. And then I'm hoping to get like a cute little couch underneath the clapback sign. And a little lounge moment, a little Carisha plays, a little how you doing,
Rihanna.
But yeah, so that's it, yeah.
Okay, see, you done went in the bathroom and didn't even start. But anywho, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I know y'all saw that. Audio listener, she just blicky up at me. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. The Clapback's page is the ClapbackCC. My Instagram is Camille_loves. I just posted a new picture, so y'all should go like it. Carmen's car.xo.
You're private, though.
Oh, yeah, I am on private, so you'll have to request. Follow us on TikTok at the ClapbackCC. Send us an email at theclapbackcc@gmail.com. Don't forget to fill out the Google form if you want to be on the show, and let someone know if you fill it out so they can go look at it. That's it for the week, guys. See you next week. Bye. See, you did not have to do that.